Good evening, all. Um, I take this opportunity to welcome all the participants on behalf of Eventell Global Advisory Private Limited for this webinar on dry chilies, India Crop Outlook 2024. As we all know, the area and the chilies has increased and the production has increased on one hand. On the other hand, we have productivity and yield issues going on the other hand. So the market is a little bit confused to pitch in actually what is happening in the market in terms of the output and pricing. So Eventell takes this opportunity to capture the space to make the participants well address what is happening at the ground level in terms of production, yield, stocks, and where the price will be moving. And moreover, and advise the market participants how should they plan the procurement going ahead in the months ahead. So we have with us our analyst, Mr. Naveen, who is an gold medalist in agriculture economics, who has done extensive survey on all the chili production regions across India, from starting from Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka. And he has talked to various stakeholders, starting from farmers, from traders, from the processors and the stockists, and across the major producing region. And he has developed a detailed report, seasonal outlook on dry chilies 2024. So based on that exhaustive report, we thought, okay, let us share with our participants what is his perspective on the dry chili crop for this year. So now I invite Mr. Naveen to carry over the session from me.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks for your introduction. I would like to extend my thanks to everyone who has joined the webinar of dry chili. So we are going to start with our webinar presentation. We are looking at the dry chili seasonal report for 2024. What is going to happen in dry chili? What has been occurred in the last year? So we will start with our presentation. So first of all, if we have to see about the global production, India is the major producer, consumer, and exporter of the dry chili in the world. So India accounts about around 42% of the global production. So other major countries followed by India are Bangladesh, Ethiopia, China, Pakistan, Myanmar, Benin, Ivory Coast, and some other countries. So if we consider the India, Andhra Pradesh is the #1 chili producing state in India, followed by Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, and West Bengal. So let us look what are the factors influence for the 2024 crop. First, if we start with the area, due to higher prices in the last year, the area under chili cultivation has been increased this time. That has led to the decrease in the price this time. Also, overall production has increased. One thing is yield has decreased, but the overall production is high this time. One more thing is carry forward stock. If you consider last 4 to 5 years, last year carry forward stock is more, and that is impacting on the prices to go down. Arrival pressure. We have seen in the last 1 month and presently also there are more arrivals. Recently the arrivals have decreased, but till the last month the arrivals were more, which led to decrease in the impact the price in negatively. So again we are coming to quality material. So last time, due to several reasons like reduction in the rainfall and high temperature during the August month, so which all affected farmers to go for higher use of insecticide and pesticide. That has led to lower availability of IBM chili. So for the quality materials, the impact prices are good prices they are getting. One more thing is stock to use ratio. The stock to use ratio is increasing from the last 4 years. And last time it was around 1.4 lakh tons. So increasing stock to use ratio has led to decrease in the prices. One more thing is export demand. So if there is a good export demand, so the prices will be good for the export demand quality. So if last time the export is around 4 lakh tons, if you expect more export in this season, so the prices can stabilize at range. So come to the sowing area. So we see the 4 major states which are chili producing like Andhra, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, and Karnataka. In Andhra Pradesh, from 2,21,000 hectares to 2,58,000, there is 16% increase in the area. And in Telangana, there is a huge increase in the area where we have seen 41% increase in the area. from 1,11,000 to 1,56,000. Also in Madhya Pradesh, we have seen a 7% increase in area, and also in Karnataka. So overall, there is a 70% increase in the area this time, from 5,80,000 hectares to 6,80,000 in this year. So what are the weather factors influence for Chile? First of all, the onset of the southwest monsoon was delayed, so the farmers didn't get the proper time to sow their chili. And in all chili growing regions, the southwest monsoon was not up to that mark. It was below the average rainfall. And one more thing was, there is in the previous year of 2022, there was not much efficient rainfall, so the water reservoirs were also less. So irrigation is availability for the last season chili was less. So due to insufficient irrigation and lower northeast monsoon rains, the yield for this year has been increased. And due to less irrigation, the pickings were started early. And in major location, they which were used to go for 2 to 3 pickings, I only went for the 2 pickings. Given the low capacity for this season, we have to see is how the water capacity are storing and how the monsoon will affect this year, because the chili prices were already came down. So what is going to happen with the chili prices in this season? We have to wait and watch for this season southwest monsoon. So the main thing about chili is it's how it is production and over the last few years. From if you consider from 2020, so where in 2020 the production has reached to 14 lakh tons. From there it has decreased in 2022. But again in 2024 the production is going to be an high around 18 lakh tons. So you can see the opening stock also. From last 2 to 3 years, it was around 0.3 lakhs tons, 0.5 lakh tons. But last year it was around 1.5 lakh tons. So whatever the export has happened last time, it was majorly on the first 4 months. So after that, the prices of the chili were increased, and the recent failure of the southwest monsoon has led to the increase in the chili prices. And also the later in the months in December, monsoon cyclone has affected the chili prices. But overall, the carry forward stock was less when the production new material was started to come to the markets from January in Guntur market and from December from the Karnataka market. So the prices came gradually down from that time. So the total supply for this year is around 20 lakh tons, 19.4 lakh tons. So there is a 5% increase in the domestic consumption, as the last time prices were high. So local consumers were unable to take their chili what they wanted. But this time that may increase, and 5% increase we can see. And one more thing is export demand. So last time the export demand was around 4 lakh tons. But if we see in this year, already in first 3 months, January, February, and March, around 2 lakh tons have been exported from India. Seeing this trend growth and from the past growth, we have seen that in 2021 there have been exclusive export of 4.6 lakh tons. So that same case may occur this time, because the chili import were very less during last 2 years. In 2022 prices were high, and 2023 prices were stable because of 2022 overall not imported the chili. So even at the higher price they went for the chili import in 2023. But seeing the lowering in price in 2024, the export may increase around 20% this time. So around, even if 4.8 lakh tons is exported, total demand is going to be around 16 lakh tons. And the carry forward stock for next year, chili is going to be around 3 lakh tons, 3.6 lakh tons from this year. So if we come to the area-wise production aspect, we have seen an increasing trend in AP and Telangana. So in Telangana this year, around 1 to 1,230,000 metric tons is expected from the two states. So it is 7% hike from the last year. So also in Karnataka, here, this year there is a 5% increase in the chili production. Here almost 180,000 metric tons is expected from Karnataka this year in terms of production. In Madhya Pradesh, from over the years, the chili production has been decreased there. But this year, we are seeing a increase in the Madhya Pradesh chili production also, from 55 to 64,000 metric tons. Okay, now come to the chili export scenario. So if we take from first dry chili export scenario, it was around 2,28,000 in 2014. From there, it has grown to an all-time high of 4,61,000 in 2021, which is an all-time high in terms of export of dry chili. So from there in 2022, due to the higher prices, the chili export has been fallen. So the whichever countries had enough stocks, who have covered enough stocks in 2021, has reduced their import in 2022. So the export trend of India in 2020 was fallen badly, and it was around 320. But due to less importing in 2022, again we have saw an increase in the export from 3,20,000 to 3,93,000. So overall, it has growing at a compound annual growth rate of 7% for the dry chili export. And if you look at the powder chili export, it was around 31,000 metric tons in 2014. From there onwards, it has been growing. So in last year, India has exported 58,000 metric tons of powder chili. So if you also see the first 3 months of 2024, India has exported around 16,000 metric tons of powder chili and also 2 lakh tons of dry chili. So one more interesting fact is in the recent years, chili oleoresin export has increased from only 2,000 tons in 2014 to around 6,400 tons in 2021 and 2022. But that oleoresin export has been decreasing 2023. But again, due to the lower prices, the chili oleoresins market will be very active in the market. They will accumulate the more stocks. So we can see the export in the oleoresin market also. So if we see the price trend, just look at the chili export prices. One first dry chili and powder chili. So both are in the similar range. But if you see that before 2022, they were in the range of 1,500 to 1,800. But as soon as the 22 started, due to lower production that year, the prices have went up. So we can see the decrease in export in 2022 because of the higher prices. But the prices stayed at the same level. So even at the higher prices, the importing countries have imported a certain quantity of chilies. But if we see from 2020 November or December, the price is in the decreasing trend. So this will lead to the more export of the Indian dry chili, which eventually increase 20% export in the chilies. So let us see which are the major destination of Indian dry chili. If we consider Indian dry chili, so first and major importer is China. So which is usually imports around 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh tons. But in the 2021, they imported the highest amount of 12,000 tons. So but after that, they have reduced their import. It has been around only 1,15,000 in 2022, but they have increased the import in 2023. Another interesting fact is in first 3 months, China has already imported around 80 to 90,000 metric tons. So out of 2 lakh metric tons which have been exported from India, China has imported around 90,000 metric tons. So in the future also it may around 1.8 to 2 lakh tons in this year China may import due to the prevailing prices. And in Bangladesh, they are the importers of the low quality material. So last year, even at the higher prices, they imported the low quality material at the good prices. So their export has increased from 33,000 metric tons to 70,000 metric tons last year. So one more major importer of the dry chili is Thailand, which usually imports around 50,000 metric tons from India. So last year, they have imported around 55,000 metric tons. So if you look at the what you call which are the varieties they will import, like if you consider China, it usually imports majorly from the Teja S17 variety. And if you look at Thailand, they are the importers of S17 also, and they even procure the Wonder Hot variety. And if you see the Bangladesh, it will import Teja Fatki, and those kind of varieties Bangladesh will import. And if you see at the Sri Lanka usually imports 334 Sanam variety. So it is in the decreasing. Sri Lanka has decreased its import from India from 52,000 tons in 2019 to they have imported only 37,000 metric tons in 2023. One more important is Malaysia imports around 20,000 metric tons. Usually Malaysia imports the Badgi variety chili from India. So Indonesia also importing around 30,000, but in 2020 their import figure was less and it was only around 24,000 metric tons. But in 2023, the export is around 30,700 metric tons. So if we see at the consider the Teja chili variety, we can see the modal price, not maximum or minimum price. We have taken the modal price. It was around highest during the last June, July, and it was also peaked during the December season when the mulching cyclone has affected the chili crop. But in 2022, it was around 140 to 150 INR per kg for the Teja best variety. From there onwards, in 2022, the chili price gradually increased and almost stayed in the season last year. It has stayed in the region of 200 to 250 for the Teja Best and 230 to 260 or 280 for the Teja Deluxe quantity also. So most of the farmers didn't hold their stocks, but traders who have taken their carry forward stocks, so they have kept the chili in the cold storage, anticipating the higher prices in the later season. But whatever the farmers were got last time, they were bought it to the market only. They didn't store in the cold storage. But this time, due to high carry forward stock and lower prices, even the large farmers are keeping their chili in the cold storages. Because only last time only traders had the chili in the cold storage, but this time already there is a sufficient stock in the cold storage from the last season. But this season also it is filling up. So cold storage stocks are full this time. So that's the prices have came down and the traders are not want to release their stocks. Even large farmers at the current levels, they are not ready to release the stock. So just a minute. So if we see the arrivals in Guntur market, so in 2022, so the total arrivals were around 5 lakh 13,000 metric tons. So out of that, first 4 months, which is the peak period for the arrivals, has on around 2 lakh 50,000 metric tons. So if we see the 2023 scenario also, so the major arrivals in the season because farmers were getting the high prices, so they bought all material to the market during the season. So this highest sale of is done in 2023. That figure has been better in 2024 due to the higher carry forward stock and the seeing a overall increase in the production. So thereby seeing the decrease in the price trend. So whatever the farmers have gained the material in first 2 months, they are sold in the market. So presently, if we talk about the cold storage stocks in our Guntur region, it is around 28 to 30 lakh bags. And apart from Guntur in the total Andhra region, the in cold storage, there are around 32 to 35 lakh bags. And if you see in Telangana, it is around 8 to 12 lakh bags. And in Karnataka, 35 to 37 lakh bags. So what should be the procurement strategy? What is the future of chili in this year? So if you need the chili in the short term, so still Guntur arrivals are there. In last week, it was around 60, 70,000 bags per day. But in recent, it has increased again to 1 lakh bags. So whatever the nearby requirement is there, around 160 to 180 rupees in present market, which is for the Teja best, we can procure those chilies for medium term. So we have to consider that is one thing is production is high, cold storages are full, and one more thing is over the years price seasonality indicates the prices will be low in the April May. So you can accumulate a maximum quantity. So whatever you need in the coming this month or coming month. So for if you see a long perspective, so it will be once the chili market will be closed in the closed due to summer. After that, once the material from the cold storage of good quality will start to arrive, so let that time we have to see how the prices and how the export demand will be. And if there is no such huge export demand and the market is going to be stable, that time the chances of prices are getting even lower. If the prices falls at that time, you can buy at the every dip. So this should be the procurement strategy. Thank you. If you have any questions.
Sir, request if you can share the HS code of these products.
If you have any questions, you can pin or you
Yes,
can
sir.
ask.
Sir, am I audible, sir? Ravindra here. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Sir, can you share HS code of the product you explained?
Sir, it is 09092110 for dry chili, sir.
2110.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, sir.
So hi Naveen. So what do you think
Hi, sir.
this current market price trend? So how do you see about this? The prices are going low, right? So what's
Sir,
the
as you mentioned, presently due to the high production and high carry forward stocks, the present exporting is there. So and the local demand is less as of now. So we'll see a stable trend as of now. So once the export will be over, we should see how the prices will behave. So if there is no export, huge export demand, so there may be a chances of dropping again in the further. So also one more factor which can influence is southwest monsoon and the sowing area this time, sir. So if the farmers are unhappy with the prices and they go for the other crops, and if the area decreases, so on that sentiment, prices may pick up in the later season. But as of now, though, the prices are going to be stable for a while or in decreasing trends.
Okay. So as we see in the market, so last year the exports were high, but this year the exports were very low. So can we know the exact reason, like why these exports were getting reduced, or else is there any other alternative product in the market which is competing with this chili earlier resin or the chili product?
No, sir. This year actually it is the export is high. If you see this year in first 3 months, the exports were around 1,80,000. In last year it was around only 1,14,000 in the first 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah. No, sir. Kashmiri chili and Badgi chilies are not same. Kashmiri chilies varieties which are usually grown in the north part of India, and Badgi chili is mostly used for the extraction of color, which is usually grown in the Karnataka and Andhra region.
Sir, Ravindra here.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sir, what if you want to get the data of other product like cumins and etc.?
Yeah, we can provide the data, sir. If you connect with us after this, we'll share that one.
Okay, how to connect with you, sir? What is the way to connect with you?
I will text you the mail ID, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah, sir. You are based at Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. So, sir, which kind of services you are providing, sir?
So we are providing the fortnightly reports on major spices, sir, and also the seasonal reports and daily prices updates.
Okay, prices and export data also available, sir, with you? Or
Yes,
only
sir.
prices you are?
Yeah. All export data with prices, which are the major countries they are going to.
And of all ports data of all ports available with you?
Yes, sir. All
Major
ports. Yes, sir.
All ports.
It includes all the ports.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Sir, both for the Thailand and Indonesia, Thailand is S17 and Wonder Hot, and also for Indonesia it is mainly Teja S17, sir. So you asked about how the market behaves of after the holidays, Teja quality price up or down. So that we have to see how the export demand will be. So for now, after the holiday prices, the prices may increase little bit, because that time the quality material will again come to the market. So that time we can see a little bit increase in the price. And if you see the demand after opening, so that time we can clearly mention how the prices are going to be. But as of now, after the holiday, the prices may see a little increase because of the quality. So as you asked, which country is having more demands? As you mentioned, China has already procured 180 around 80 to 90,000 in the first 3 months. Also, Indonesia has procured around 18,000 metric tons in the first 3 months. So China actually now from presently China is demanding more. So this time the demand from Bangladesh has not yet came, so it is still less only.
Sir, should we focus on European market also?
Actually, we are only focusing on export this one, sir. But
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
yeah, we also include those European countries also, sir, in the export.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got it, sir.
Yes. So Shrikant Nair sir has asked about the major countries in US and Europe. So US mostly procure the powder chili from India, sir, and they will also take the chilies from Indonesia. So yeah, definitely yes, they import European and US import from India for chili. So Swati ma'am has asked about the if farmers shift to other crops, when we will know which month. So as if the southwest monsoon occurs on time, and if we see the how farmers is going for chili this season, that intent we will be looking in the June-July season only. Once southwest monsoon arrives and it is favorable for the cultivation, we will get to know till the September, October for the Kharif season. In Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, they will go for the two Kharif and also for Rabi sowing. So in Kharif only we'll get to know how whether the farmer is going for the chili this year or not. So those may, due to high carry forward stocks, that may not impact early in the season, but it will start impacting later in the when the arrival season will start. Hi, Mary Jose, you want to share about the modified atmosphere? The platform is open for you. You can share your thoughts on that modified atmosphere for dry chilling. Mary Jose. Jose, your audio is not coming. So if anybody interested to share their thoughts, you can share your thoughts, sir. It is open for now for interaction.
Sir, it was very informative session. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. And one more thing I want to share is we also have the webinar on cumin and coriander on 23rd of April this month only. So if any interested can register, we'll send the mail. Interested, we should join the 23rd on 23rd about cumin and coriander. So we have shared our webinar link for the cumin and coriander on the chat box. You can register for that one. Yeah, someone asked about the China market. So we don't see any less demand from them, sir, because they are already imported around 90,000 metric tons from India. So even if the price falls in the coming months, their demand will be high this year, because last year they have imported very less quantity from India, which they usually procure more than 1.5 lakh tons. But last year last 2 years they have imported less. So this time definitely there will be a demand from China. The platform will be open for 10 minutes for networking. You can chat in the chat box. Okay, thank you everyone for attending the webinar. So the platform will be open for 10 more minutes. You can chat or you can post your questions on the chat box. So as of now, we are closing this one. So chat box will be open for 10 minutes. Thank you everyone.